You have seen this video before. These are the people they claim to you that they are one with you. Even the country these things is happening, you don't even see you even the country that have the same faith with these people, they don't even, you cannot ever see them malfunction like this. But because Nigeria is a safe haven for every ungodly species, that is why we find ourselves in this situation. I want to make us to understand that today we are standing at a crucial crossroad in this nation. Very crucial. In this nation's future as well. When you look at, when you are seeing what you just saw, do you see future of Nigeria on this? No, just sit down and continue to visualize the future of the nation with this category, with this mindset of ungodly species, with this mentality of this species. Are you seeing the future of the nation better or standing by this kind of mentality? Do you see life here? Is because you must have life for you to able to give life to others, generation that is coming. These people, do they look like who have life on your eyes? These are barely just existing. They don't know life. Because anyone that cannot think, they are not living. What makes you a living being, a living soul, a living human being? What makes you live, be alive, is ability to think. That is what Genesis makes us to understand. It's at the beginning, at that book of Genesis, it said God forms a man from the dust of the ground. The body was completely in shape, but it was lifeless. Well structured, but there was no movement. Well designed, but there was no consciousness. Then God now have to release his breath upon the nostril of a man. What does that shows you? It shows that human life is not self-generated. It comes from divine impartation. So before it become lively, God have to release his breath, which was the breath of life upon the nostril of a man. So another translation interprets that breath as a thinking person. So when people are refused to think, meaning they are refused to live. So to drink water, eat food, is not what determines you to be a living person. The ability to even plant take water, a breath. Does that mean that a plant is a human being? No. What makes you a human being is the ability to think, to analyze, to ask questions. All these people now, when you ask them to come and define what they are engaging themselves, so this is where the condition we find the nation. Unhealthy situation. And the so I want to make us to understand one thing, that this is a very crucial crossroad in Nigeria's future. Our nation, Nigeria, was built on a foundation laid by colonial powers. Go back to history, laid by colonial powers, who driven by dishonesty. Because had they been that we are honest to the future of Nigeria, we wouldn't have been in this kind of condition today. Nigerians wouldn't have been running away. Some are running to the Mediterranean Sea, some running to desert, some taking here with family, securing visa, running to America, running to Europe, running to Asia, running to different parts of the world. What you will now ask yourself, what is going on? Because the foundation, when the foundation is faulty, nothing the righteous can do. That is the situation we find ourselves in this nation. So the colonial power, they set the category of people who were never honest. Dishonesty, and they laid the colonial power who were being driven by dishonesty and personal gain. Reality of Nigeria in the past. The colonial power who will be driven by dishonesty, never telling the people that they use the truth, that their future can never be guaranteed, can never stand. The future of the nation cannot stand with this kind of what they are laying down. Dishonest and personal gain, they laid Nigeria foundation with. Structure our society for their benefits, for their personal benefits. They divided us, exploited our diversity, and left a legacy of corruption. I usually make us to understand there are two categories of legacy: true legacy and false legacy. The false legacy cannot last. It is only true legacy that have the benefit, that can benefit the coming generation, the upcoming generation, that have a lasting, that can last, that can sustain. But a faulty one, a faulty legacy can never. It's only a period of time that expose lie. So they laid down the legacy of corruption that still haunts us till today. So we must learn to tell ourselves the truth. The future. Look at the future. What do you have? What do you have to tell the upcoming generation? Look at what the situation of Nigeria. So that is we are still haunted by that today, that corrupt system. We are still haunted by that today. It's haunting us. Haunting the north, south, east, or west. Tell me the region that is not being haunted by corruption, by faulty legacy. So now we see history is trying to repeat itself again. You will ask me why? How? History is trying to repeat itself again. Religious extremists are the people that want to repeat what the kind of mistake that was being made about the future of Nigeria. The religious extremists are coming to repeat that mistake again. History want to repeat itself again. So there you now know that when can Nigeria stand as a nation? When will be the day Every Nigerians we carry their bag and baggages and say we are going back to our country to go and add value to our beloved, our motherland. When will be the day? When that day will come? So history is trying to, yeah. Now you see, history is trying to repeat itself again. Religious extremists, driven by the same lack of honesty, are now rising up again, take control over Nigerians' fate. Is history not trying to we are talking about dishonest religious extremists? They are not honest, because when you are looking at the nation that the people that with the same faith are still controlling, do you see like Dubai? They have the same faith. Those ones, they focus on civilization. They respect their women, development, human development. But it comes to us, that's the people that claim hiding under that same religion to orchestrate wickedness. So history is definitely trying to repeat itself again if we are not thinking. They are rising. This dishonest religious extremists. Not all. Majority of them, they are very dishonest. When it's time to speak the truth, you see them talking from their both sides of mouth. Because religion, oh my God, is a tool. It's being weaponized for mass destruction, for deception, dishumanization, subjugation, deprivation, dishumanization, bullying, to orchestrate wickedness. So when people are being damaged, they will go on trying to damage whoever that cross their paths. Lack of honesty are now rising up, attempting to dictate Nigeria's fate, just as the Colonial once did against Nigeria. That is the same system they are using now. If we, the Nigerians, if we continue down this road, continue following this path, if we continue to compromise, if we continue to follow this path, if we allow dishonesty to be our motto, dishonesty set of people, dishonesty, personal gain, and division to continue to rule over us, we will never see a Nigeria standing tall. As a matter of fact, a nation like that can possibly fall without nobody pushing that nation, because this is a wrong way, ungodly way, unrighteous way. No right way. Even about history, it says it's only a madman that will keep on implementing doing one thing and be expecting different results entirely. As of old, it never worked what the colonials did. Now, that same system, they want to implement it. Dishonest people, gain, personal gain, and by division, they want to implement formulas like that to establish whatsoever. Can't you see? So, meaning there's never a time we can see Nigeria standing tall. Let us be honest, my fellow Nigerians, to ourselves. He said, know the truth. And the truth will do what? The truth we know. We tell ourselves. This is not about other nation now. It's about ourselves, we the Nigerians. The truth we tell ourselves is what will make us free from all this calamity, all these different varieties of problems. Is the truth we tell ourselves that can make us free. Let us be honest with ourselves. If we do not address this corruption and dishonesty set of people as its roots, we risk a generations of tumor.